Hello, everyone. How are you doing? You all right? Welcome, everybody, to Newcastle Fans TV. First and foremost, Joe, can you stop WhatsApping me? That'll be lovely. I hope you're doing all right, everyone. You're probably thinking, why is Lee not at a game? I need to explain why. So, the reason why I'm not at a game, two things, is because of, let me just mute that tab, there we go, is because of a couple of things. So the threshold was 200 points. I don't have 200 points. I'm quite open with my season ticket loyalty points. We worked it out that to have 200 points without missing a game, you've got to do 9 seasons in a row without missing a game to get 200 points, which is quite a lot. So I'm not there yet, but I am on the way there, shall we say. But I believe I've got more than the other main YouTube channels as well, but I don't have enough, and that the drop off, then the next person and everyone else who you know on YouTube doesn't have enough points to get there, unless for two factors: you've got a ticket from somebody else, you can make the game, or the club have rang you and there has been more tickets available. So that has happened. That has upset quite a few people online on X the last 24 hours, because Newcastle fans only got around about 600 tickets for the game. The rest were kept for corporate and family and friends, and some of them, those corporate and family friends, I believe, have been returned, allowing some Newcastle fans who are out there to go. Now, I had the dilemma of going over. I was going to go over. I made the decision late Monday night not to, because I just looked at it and thought I was going to drive over there and back. So that would have had to make me fuel up 3 times, and I would have had to pay to get across the Eurotunnel, and I would have had to pay for a hotel twice. So you're talking 400 quid before even getting a match ticket. Now, I was offered a match ticket for over 200 quid, but I'm not getting ripped off, and I didn't do that. So I thought, do you know what? That money that I've saved is going to go towards something that I'm after, which is a camper van, believe it or not. So that's the reason why I'm not at the game. I could have got a more expensive ticket. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And good luck to anybody who's out there who's got a ticket and has got a refund, because there was a lot of Newcastle fans who are over in Brussels at the moment who are just staying in the fan zone. So fair play to you for doing that as well. I can see all the live chat coming in. Andrew, Wolfzone, hope you're doing all right. Toon fan, yes, this is the watch along. It's just me doing the watch along. A little bit later, we're going to combine a couple of things. A last word, scoring the players. About half an hour after the game, we're going to do separate stream. Joe's joining me, and we're going to be putting 3 videos into one effectively. So it's like a match reaction, last word, and scoring the players. And drop us a like. That would mean the world to me. That'll help us out massively. Because it's not often I do watch-alongs. It's probably one every 2 years on average now, so it's not often, but welcome everybody. We are going to look at some stuff that are flying around on Twitter before we take a look at the team news, because we're still about 10 minutes away from kickoff, so I think we should start there, shouldn't we? So that is the good old WhatsApp where Joe's pinging them left, right and centre. So look at the scenes, man. Look at these scenes. Absolute class. It makes me feel, I wish I went new. But the money that I'm saving is what I've got to look at. So, yeah, you can see a lot of flags there from the likes of North Shields, Flemish Mags, you name it. And there's another picture. These are from Lee Ryder. Look at that for a picture, man, across O'Reilly's pub. Mint. Absolute class. You've got the Hebben Mags, Wacky on tour. You've got the Irish Mags over there, SMB, all of that. So that's class from Mr. Ryder. Obviously, Eddie Howe had his press conference yesterday. We'll just mute this. Where is it? This is from Craig Hope, as Nick Valdemada and Malik Chow are on the pitch, just taking in their surroundings, of course, which is canny. And there's Mr. Tyndall and Lewis Smiley over the right, speaking to Alex Murphy as well, which is always good. So, yeah, so obviously the lads have been on the pitch, just taking it all in. Remember, Newcastle aren't playing at Union's Ground. They're playing at Anderlecht's Lotto Park. Okay. So that's where they're playing tonight, because it's got a bigger attendance. There's Dan Byrne in the background, speaking to Adam Bartlett, the goalkeeping coach as well. If we just move on to the next one, we'll just mute that. That's outside the ground where Craig Hope has took a video of some of the Union fans in and around the ground. Obviously, it'll be a little bit different for them playing at Lotto Park. Obviously, they got a fantastic result against PSV, didn't they, in the first game? They are flying. We are going to take a look at the Jupiler League very shortly, just before we do team news, actually. So that's around the ground, and that's the pitch looking absolutely class, the neat, doesn't it? Looks mint. So that is Lotter Park. There you go on that. Okay. So a bit of team news with injury news rather. If you haven't seen this with Tino Livramento, we are going to talk a little bit about this later on in the live last word. So Tino Livramento is facing just 6 to 8 weeks. I know that's a bad thing, but it's also a good thing because a lot of people thought that would be a lot longer. So after doing his knee ligaments, because a lot of people were worrying it was an ACL, but it's not, thankfully. So it's 6 to 8 weeks. So yes, it's a bit of a blow, but it's not a massive blow in terms of the length. It's not a 6 to 9 month one. So that's good news in one aspect. So you are probably going to see Dan Burn playing left back more often than not with Lewis Hall, so that'll help Malik Chow's Sven Bottom getting the team through the centre. Obviously, Fabian Schär's back tonight as well. We'll talk about that in the Kieran Trippier on the right-hand side, which you'll probably find Emil Kraft will play a little bit more often now as well, just because of that one injury, because Livramento is very versatile. He has another photo. I'm not going to click on it because it'll take us to an article. But this, again, is at night time last night above O'Reilly's pub. Gosforth Mags there, up on there. Liam Lane as well. So that was Lee Wright again. All the journals had a night out. I say night out. It wasn't like a hardcore night out, was it? But we'll come to the team news in a second. Why don't we have a little look at the league table? So look where Union are already, man. Top of the league. Unbeaten. Played 9, won 7, drawn 2, lost none, and have only conceded 4 goals. Wow, impressive, whatever. And that's the Belgian league, but it's still an impressive record. The beat PSV, the only defeat that they've had was our equivalent of the Community Shield, which is a glorified friendly, let's be honest, where Anderlecht beat them. But that's the only defeat. But overall, in proper competitive football, they are unbeaten. So Newcastle need to put that this evening. Aye, we do indeed. Right. I wonder what you lot are saying in the comments below. Come on. Good evening, Martin. How are you? It won't be easy to break down. It'll be good set piece and big jumps for headers is my prediction. Good afternoon, Frankie, as well. Fingers crossed for a win tonight. Matt's going to say that's got to be rubbish for them, not being able to play at the home ground. Still think how they won the league last season. Hell of a run in the championship group. Yeah, it's a good... Do you know what it is, Matt? It's a fantastic story. It is a fantastic story that an underdog wins. And they've also got a couple of English lads in that side as well. And one of them is a Newcastle fan, which we'll come on to in a moment. And Wolfson's gone out to say Newcastle off our walk through NUFC off our walk through Newcastle United's iconic history at your own pace with our to our doom memory lane. Spaces are selling fast. Don't miss out. Also, if you want to check something out, I can't speak. I am on the Premier League channel. The video went out last night for my journey and Ferdinand's journey down Bournemouth. He just piped up. You might see him at some point on this stream, little Ferdinand, because he will pop up. But he is also a star on the Premier League's video. If you haven't checked that out, it's about 11 minutes long. So do have a look at that as well. We'll talk about that in the last word. So we have 5 minutes before kick-off. I do have the timer above my head, as you can see. And if you want to get more content, it's only 99 pence, the cheapest you can get on YouTube to see some exclusive stuff. We are doing a little bit of a change. Discord is going to go. I'm going to make a private Facebook group for our members only, which will be better because more people use Facebook, naturally. So let's go back to the share screen and we'll go through a couple of the team news. I'll switch the tabs around. We'll start with Union. So this is the lineup. Obviously, you'll probably recognise number 5. That is Alexis McAllister's brother. 16, Christian Burgess is an English defender. So he'll be playing there. Now, he's had spells at Peterborough. So keep an eye out on the commentary. Mention his name about 50 times. I'm going to have the commentary on quite low, so it's not picked up, and our copyrights like and so on. And obviously, Promise is a very, very talented Ghanaian. And if you just look at the bench, if you have a little look at the lad called Sykes, He's desperate to get on. He's a Newcastle fan, put on him as a youngster, so he is desperate to get off the bench. So hopefully he gets his dream. Currently, at the moment, the players are in the tunnel. Bruno Guimaraes just having focus, looking down. Again, this is really unusual for me because I never get to see all of this. So let's have a little look at Newcastle's lineup, shall we? Let's put it up on screen for us now. Of course, we'll look straight at the bench. Ramsdale's on the bench. Thompson. Lewis Hall is back, but he's not deemed, ready to play. Fabian Schär is probably the big one. There was some talk that he'd come straight back in, but because of the form of Malik Chow, Fabian Schär is at the bench. Malik Chow starts. So that's good. He's kept his form. He's played well. Again, Harvey Barnes. I thought he might start today, but Harvey Barnes on the bench. Emil Kraft, Willis Sula, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, Alex Murphy, and Louis Miley. So Newcastle will play 4 at the back. It'll be Nick Pope. Kieran Trippier will be right back. And then you're going to have Malik Chow and Sven Botman as your 2 centre-backs. Left back is going to be Dan Burn. Midfield 3 of Sandro Tonali, Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes. Over on the right-hand side, you're going to have Anthony Elanga. On the left-hand side, you're going to have Anthony Gordon. And up top, Bayern Munich's favourite player, Nick Waldemade. So that is your Newcastle United lineup. The song of the Champions League is just currently going on in the background at the moment. If you're not watching the game, or if you are watching the game, stick it on mute. You'll get very, very biased commentary from me. You know what I'm like? I'm all about Newcastle. Aye, but if you can't watch the game, just keep us on in the background, as I will be just talking my thoughts and I'll interact with you all the way through the show as well. I saw on Facebook, says Wolfson. Dale's in there. Good evening, everybody. And Dale, I don't know why, but every time you say that, I think of The Simpsons. You know what I'm on about now. Hi, everybody. Dale, it is your birthday. Yes, you're an old man. Not as old as me, like it was mine just the other day. So, yeah, it is Julio Parker's birthday. He is 37, aren't you, Dale? Correct me if I'm wrong. Getting old. You're getting old. But yes, evening, Dale, to you as well. So, as you can see, the graphics are up on screen now as McAllister, Burgess, and Leeson. It looks like they're playing TNT. I think it'll be a back 3. Nyang, Van de Pere, Zogane, and Kalali as a midfield 4. David on the left. Aintel Hadj and Rodriguez will play up top. And again, to keep an eye out on number 26, Sykes, because he is the Newcastle fan. If you want any of your questions answered, anything like that, use that live chat. It's there for a reason to interact with you. As the team photos are just being taken currently at the moment with Kieran Trippier holding the... What do you call it? What do you actually call it? Is it the match day, or is handed to Bruno? Is it like a... I don't know. Someone get their official name, what that means. When it has they're carrying it and it's got all the writing on it, Newcastle versus Union, blah, 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 blah. And they swap over. I don't know the right terminology. I really should know that, shouldn't I? So obviously Burgess, English lad, been at Union now for 5 years. With Bruno Guimaraes, Newcastle playing in white shorts tonight. White shorts and white socks. So we're going literally all white. So a little bit black and white, and then it's all white shorts, white socks. So there we go. And of course, Union are playing in their usual colours of yellow and blue. The high fives are going round. And obviously, they're just going through the team news now. Nick Pope, of course, had a very indifferent game. Then he had a worldie that weekend and then collapsed right at the very end. I don't know if you've seen the video on TalkSport of me on there. But a back four of Dan Burn, and then it'll be... Sven Botman, Malik Chow, and Kieran Trippier. Midfield 3, the usual, of Tonali, Joe Linton, and Bruno. Right wing, Elanga. Through the middle, it'll be Nick Waldemade and Anthony Gordon. Now, of course, you would have seen Bayern Munich, in particular, one individual, having a goal twice now at Newcastle. Again, why is he piping up? Because of Nick Waldemade calling us idiots. Well, let me tell you who's the idiots. We have 2 goals in 3 games from Nick Waldemade. And if we've paid over the odds, so fucking what? What's it got to do with ye? What's it got to do with ye? Because you've missed out on him. And do you know who you've ended up with? Some shite backup striker from Chelsea. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter. There we go. Second game of the Champions League. Let's go. The game is underway. I have completely missed the clock. Let's get that clock going, shall we? Let's get it started. I'm only literally about 6 seconds behind. So there we go. The countdown is on for the clock. So you'll see above me here there the time, and we're in the first half. As Kieran Trippier has picked the ball up on this right-hand side, he's looking for Anthony Elanga. Elanga's played it off to Bruno. Valdemada on the edge of the box. He's got bodies around him. He's lost the ball, but I think that was Burgess, if I'm not mistaken. And Union will then come out and play from the back. It's a little flick on, and Sven Botman will chase this. And he'll move around Rodriguez, and he is fouled there, referee. Surely, referee says, play on, we've got the ball. The TV is right up close to me, so I'll probably got the TV a little bit too close. It's literally, see where my hand is? You can see my hand going a bit green. That's where the TV is, literally just there. As Newcastle are in the left-back position with Dan Burn trying to clear this, and it has been deflected into the hands of Union on this right-hand side. Joe Litton's coming back, and is that a foul on the Moroccan? It is. The referee has given it. So Union have a free kick over on the right-hand side. Joe Litton trying to come back and track back. He has clipped the back of Kalali, but it is a free kick. You can't disagree with that. You can't. I'll call him penance. There you go, Shree. Thank you. Why do I not know that? Matt says, wife laughing on at me because got one headphone in, game on the telly, notebook out to make some notes for the next bit of writing. Yeah, Bayern are not used to getting who they want, so they're getting bitter. We'll come back to that in a minute, Matt. So the free kick is going to be taken on the right-hand side, just next to the Betts 365. Horden, in comes it. It's going to go low. I think this is going to go back out to the right. It is. Is it going to come up? No, he cuts back in. It comes across. Newcastle should deal with this. The header comes back over. And it's half cleared. It's hit Elanga. Elanga then jumps and misses out. And that is now headed away by Newcastle. And Kieran Trippier does clear. Kieran Trippier's doing this, asking them to come out a little bit. Jason Tyndall wearing the white hoodie with black pants. And Eddie Howe in all black this evening. So just on that as well, yeah, because I wanted to bring that up, Matt, is because Bayern Munich, they cannot say what they say because they always pinch the best players outside of their club in the Bundesliga to make them bigger. They even pinch from Borussia Dortmund down the years. So because they've missed out on one player, they're getting bitter with it. Give yourself a shake. Nick Pope has picked the ball up in the middle of our goal. Nick Pope. In the middle of a goal, Nick Pope rolls it to Dan Burn in the side, maybe for his height, maybe experience potentially. And Anthony Gordon's just been flattened there by McAllister. McAllister's just looked on the floor when the Newcastle have a free kick. And the referee is Sebastian Pulganelli, who used to be a left back, if I remember back in my day. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm sure he used to be a left-back throw in Newcastle. It's a big, long throw. This is going to go to Valdemada up against Burgess. Valdemada's tucked back in, trying to play Anthony Gordon, but it's a little bit too hard as Union then start coming out. And this will go all the way back to the defender, who will then clear with his left foot. It's a poor clearance. It's gone straight to Kieran Trippier, and now it's gone to Bruno, and it's Anthony Elanga on this right-hand side, and Bruno's just playing it back. It's pinged off Elanga, now at Tonali on the edge of the box, trying to play in Bruno, and this is Anthony Elanga with the shot, and it's been deflected. It's a hell of a block, I have to say. I thought that was going to be our first shot. How lads? How Sandro Tonali's picked the ball up. Newcastle having a good spell of possession in the early minutes here, and this will go back to Sven Botman. Sven Botman. It's brilliant. I can't speak now. Tonali's picked the ball up from Joe Litton. Burn trying to play a 1-2 that's been deflected out, and Khalili's trying to get the home fans going. Remember, Union aren't used to playing in this stadium, so a lot of their fans won't be in their natural positions. So I think Newcastle need to make that a strength of from the away side, from the away end, because obviously they're not going to be used to sitting next to people. The singing section probably isn't together as well. So Newcastle need to take advantage of that, because you never know, that 12th man could just give you that 1% extra. And Sven Botman's then kicked the ball off his own heat, I think, and he's asking for a free kick from the ref, and the ref's having none of it, and it's gone out for a corner. It was quite funny that, because then he literally just kicked it, hit his heat, and gone out for a corner, and this will be Eid Al-Hajj, who's going to take it, I believe, with his right foot. So it's going to be the outswinger. Now, obviously, Union are very, very tall. Eddie Howe's talked about this in some of his press during the last couple of days that they are very physical. And obviously they've got the couple of the African lads that are in there. The ball comes over the deep and it's headed up. And that was a chance. Newcastle just need to be a little bit more clever, because that was a chance for Union. A fantastic chance for Rodriguez. The corner comes in. It's then headed up in the air. Rodriguez tries to get on the end of it. Nobody from Newcastle is really attacking that. So I think if he just gets that little bit lower, Newcastle are 1-0 doing there. So that was a great chance for Union. Nobody attacking that second ball, and you've got to win those second balls. 5 minutes in, Union 0, Newcastle United 0. Matt's gone to say, yeah, agree. I also think they wanted Wirtz as well. Just couldn't compete with the Premier League money. Yeah, I agree with that. Malik Chow's kind of just kicked the ball up in the air rather than away. His Botman's headed up. It's just on the edge of the box. Bruno Guimaraes, great looping header back to Nick Pope, and he gets a round of applause. I'm waiting to see. The way end hasn't came up yet on the TV yet, but it does look empty behind the goal. This stadium isn't full. It's above the goal. So they've got so many seats empty behind the goal there. And just towards this corner flag on the left, on Newcastle's left flank, where Gordon is, I can see so many empty seats. So that's disappointing. Right, Kieran Trippier has picked the ball up. It's been deflected. Alanga's out on this right-hand side. It's been shoulder barged. Is that a free kick? Alanga wants it. And the referee is just going to say it's only a throw-in. That is it. It's not a free kick. It'll be taken by Kieran Trippier. He's got Tonali who's left. He's got Alanga who's right. He's just looking for a few options. He's just moving his arm and move around. So Trippier with the throw in. Here it comes inland to Alanga. Alanga's give the ball away. No, he hasn't. Tonali's picked it up. He has Joe Linton. It was nearly to Valdemar. The defender did well. I think it was Burgess who got his foot in the way there. Tonali out now to Alanga. Plays it back to Tonali. Tonali plays a short of Bruno Guimaraes on the edge of the box. He has Joe Linton. Little 1-2. Bruno with his little flick. And I think that was Magalhaes who's like kicked it up rather than away. Not the referee. The goalkeeper's punched it rather than collecting. Why did I say referee? Joe Linton's picked the ball up to Anthony Gordon. Gordon cuts in, looking for options. He's going to go on the right-hand side to Kieran Trippier. This will be a cross from Trippier. It is. It's a fantastic cross. A little bit too high, but it was a good ball in. Anthony Gordon on this left-hand side is going to keep the ball in, and it has. He's won. Newcastle are thrown deep into Union's half. This is good pressure from the two in this. However, kind of turn this up a tad bit. Let me know if you can hear the commentary or not. If you can't, that's a good thing. Yeah, really surprised. The goalkeeper punched it there. They're just showing the replay of it. It was poor from the keeper. Like, this is big Dan Burn on the left-hand side. He's going to wind up and it's going to be a long throw-in. Here in it comes. It's Lupin. I think it was Magalhaes got the head onto that. Union are trying to clear. It's Rodriguez who's picked the ball up. It's pinged off Dan Burn and you've got to box them in, lads. Box them in. First shot of Eddie Howe sitting down on the touchline with his chewing gum, making a bit of a note. Tyndall sits down next to him. This is so weird for me, you know. It's so fucking weird, me sitting here. So here comes the throw. They're just showing the replay of it. Joe Linton did get an elbow in the head from Magalhaes, I think it was, but you can't be given a penalty for that. I'm sorry, and I want Newcastle to win. But if you're given a penalty for that, then you're having 10 penalties per game. It's just how you jump your leverage, don't you, like that? It's not a penalty. Never a million years that. Rodriguez trying to win the ball, and it's Newcastle do have the ball back, and it's Dan Burn looking for options. He's just looking to his right, looking for some movement. This will be Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side, just halfway line. Plays a little 1-2 with Bruno. Gordon's then been tackled. It was a fantastic tackle, but the referee says no. Surprise to that, man. Surprise is give it. And that was Van der Boer, I think that was. Tonali's just looking for the referee to have Rodriguez get a bit of yard space. Tonali plays a short to Bruno, centre circle out towards Kieran Trippier on this right hand side. Trippier will go to the byline. Anthony Langa, I thought he was going to run in his man, but he's not. He's played it back to Trippier, and this will go back to Malik Chow. Back to Sven Botman, who plays it now to Kieran Trippier, who will look for options. He'll go over the top to Alanga to try and use his pace, but that will go out for a goal kick where we can see the Newcastle away end, which predominantly looks like they've got the top tier. And if you can see, if you guys have got the TV on, there's literally nobody behind the goal. Why isn't that full? Why wasn't more Newcastle fans given those tickets? It's empty. Ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. Burgess plays a short to the keeper, who will go long, no doubt, as well. I want to ask you guys a question when the ball goes out of play in a minute. So I want everyone's comments on it in a second. So Dan Burn spins and he's just going to move forward. He's just hold the ball back. He's gone to Tonali, back to Dan Burn, and Burn will go back to Sven Botman and Fabian Schär. Malik Chow is just giving them options, but obviously it went to Bruno to Nick Valdemade. Valdemade's played a 1-2 with Gordon. Valdemade's on this left wing side, just halfway line, and it'll go back to Dan Burn. And then Bruno's picked the ball. It was gone short, wanted it off Burn. He's then pinged it, clipped it over in this right back position to Trippier, who chests down, and it'll go to Alanga, who then plays it to Sandro Tonali, and just inside the centre circle now. Bruno's picked the ball up. He's looking for options. Joe Litton trying to play a 1-2. It was a bit of a heavy ball, and Union have a free kick. Are they going to take that quick? No, they're not. Right, question for you is at home. I want to know, Malik Chow and Sven Botman, are those two now nailed on with Fabian Schär on the bench? Are those two your first choice? Despite Dan Burn playing left back, despite Fabian Schär being on the bench, are those two your first choice centre backs? Bradford, Lee, I thought you drove over to Brussels. Oh, don't get me started. I explained it right at the start of the stream because of the cost. I made the decision Monday night and I said, nah. Because of the cost, it would have cost me without a ticket, without any hotels, up to 400 quid. With a ticket and hotels, you're talking 700. And I thought, nah, because I do want to buy a camper van, and that camper van will feature heavily on Newcastle Fans TV. But there you go. That's the reason why. And look, the club did return some tickets, but it was too late, man. It was too late. Some people are really, really annoyed with the club for only giving Newcastle Fans 600 tickets, and like 700 or something went to corporate, family and friends. That's not on that. Obviously, the allocation will be higher for Marseille, Bayer Leverkusen, PSG. So this is probably the one game this season that I will miss. And I'm pretty honest with it. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, this, that, the other. That's just because I haven't got enough loyalty points. You've got to have 200. And I'm on 100 and odd points now. So I am getting there. Good header comes in. That was Malik Chow got on the end of it. No, it didn't. The referee has given a corner. So yeah, so I'll be almost probably, in fact, I'll be every other game except this one. I'm pretty confident of that. So yeah, it was Burgess who got the header on. It's gone out now for a corner kick to Newcastle. Who's taking it? It's going to be Sandro Tonali. Shrey says, yes, that is the current best centre-back pairing. The question I answered before. Ideally, yes. Just hope we keep Botman on an injury-free run, says Eric Soto. Tonali with his left hand up. Corner comes in from the right-hand side. That's a poor corner. You've got to do better, Tonali. You've got to beat the first man. Alanga's picked the ball back up. Tonali has the ball. Alanga's flicked it to Alanga. Tonali, first time cross. It's a looper. It's going to the back post. Keeper's punched. Joe Litton on the edge of the box. Shoots. And it's gone over the bar. 13 minutes in. Replay is being shown there. Tonali looped. Punched by the keeper. Joe Litton tries to bring the ball down the edge of the box and he's fired way over. But this goalkeeper does not look confident in catching. Is that something we should target? Tonali picks the ball back up. Tonali's played it to Gordon. And this is Dan Burn high up. Plays it short towards Valdemade on the edge of the box. Just out of reach though. But Newcastle will pick up the ball again from Malik Chow. Newcastle having so much possession. But what are you going to do with the possession? Trippier pings it over this left-hand side to big Dan Burn coming forward. And it'll be Anthony Gordon now. Will he attack his man? He is. He's going to take him on. He's took him on. But McAllister is helping his winger out and kicks the ball out of play. It was good by Gordon. Dan Burn, he's just done this to let everyone know, get yourselves in the box because he's going to wind up the long throw. In it comes. Drop us a massive like on this video, everyone. That'll be wonderful, honestly. It does help us out. Dan Burn, big long throw. In it comes. Who's going to get the end of it? And that'll be out for a corner. I don't think the defender knew much about that. Like, it was Lacen. Kicks the ball out with his left foot. So, Matt says, I do think Chow and Botman will be first choice, but I'm wary of getting comfortable with that because of Botman's injuries worries. I think we are kind of blessed in centre-back, aren't we, though, Matt, aren't we? Because you've got Burn, you've got Schär, you've even got Lascelles, you've even got Kraft. I think we're quite stacked there. Jake says, Hailey, what is your prediction for this Newcastle game now? I said 1-0. I'm going to stick to that as well. I'll stick to the 1-0. Tonali over on the left-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Left hand goes up, so it looks like Tonali's taking all the corners. In it comes. He's beat the first man. Oh, that was a great chance. I don't think Malik Chow knew much about that, you know. I think it was Burgess who got on the end of it. It's another corner at Newcastle. That was a fantastic, and I think Promise was getting in the way as well. The Ghanaian. Come on. Tonali again. It's got to be another in-swinger. Again, left hand. It's a point in the air this time, so it's a slightly different tactic. And it comes. Got to beat your first man, Sandro. It's been cleared away. And Young's trying to go up against Trippier. And Young wants, obviously, a Union throw-in, but it is going to be a Newcastle one. It's Tonali on that left-hand side, quick throw. It'll come back to Anthony Gordon on the halfway line. He'll just play it back to Sven Botman. Possession stats currently at the moment, Newcastle have 64% possession. Union 36%, as we are 15 minutes in. You can see the timer above me heat there. Burns' long throw-ins go further than Tino's, says Shrey. They've got better trajectory, I agree. I totally agree. Jake says he's going to go for 3-0 win in Newcastle. Wow, that's confident, mate. I'll take that in a heartbeat. I think just 3 points will do in the Champions League. Alanga on this right-hand side beats his man. That's a fantastic cross. It comes to Tonali. Ah! Is it in? Is it in? It's in. It's Sandro Tonali. The shot has been deflected. I didn't have the referee. Had disallowed it. It comes back to the edge of the box. Sandro Tonali side-foots it. It takes the deflection. Again, in the back of the net. Toon fans are getting nuts in the way end. It's been deflected off of all people, the Englishmen, and Newcastle United have gone 1-0 up. It's a quick throw, quick free kick. Tonali plays it to Trippier. Alanga on this right-hand side whips the ball in. It's a fantastic cross. It's headed away. It comes to Tonali, side foot. Oh, it's Nick Valdemades. Is that Nick's? Cross comes in from Alanga. It's headed away. Tonali with the side foot. And I think that might be Nick Valdemades' goal. It's not. It's hit off McAllister, sorry. It's hit off McAllister. It is going to be Tonali's goal. For a minute there, I generally thought that was Nick Valdemades' goal. But Newcastle United are 1-0 up. The cameras are on Nick Valdemades, but it definitely came off from McAllister for that. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Let's get that scoreline up to date. Let's pull that down. And let's get it up to date. I hate doing stuff when it's live, you know. I absolutely hate it. But Newcastle are 1-0 up, which is class. It's what we want. See if I can get that updated for you. Oh, look at that. 1-0. Yes. Love it. That's what you do when you're editing live. That scoreline, man. That didn't deserve a like. Then get yourselves off this stream. Gordon on this left-hand side. Cuts in. Beat his man. Plays it to Valdemada. 35-yard dude. Plays it to Tonali. Go on, hit it. Hit it. It's going to go wide to Bruno. Looking for options. Is it going to go out the wide? It is. It's got to Kieran Trippier. Now, this is Alanga. First time beat that, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. But the big news is that Newcastle are 1-0 up with 18 minutes gone. Yes! First time shot for Tonali as well. Love it, says Matt. I will love it if that guns in. Love it. Get in, says Frankie. Get in, Sandro. Deflected in. Tonali. Goal, says Brian. 1-0 to Toon. Do you know what? We deserve that. We've been the better side. We have been the better side. Yes, they've had the chance very early on, but they've hardly had a kick the ball. Right, Alanga, it's a bit of ping pong, and that'll go out for a throw-in just by the dugout. Paganelli, the manager's got to have the ball. He's give it a cue in Trippier, and Newcastle will throw in. I'm sure Paganelli had a short spell in the Premier League. I'm pretty sure of it, their manager, because he was the Belgian left-back, and he wasn't in England for long. Valdemade holding the ball up. He's got, obviously, 2 defenders around him. He's lost the ball. Union are trying to get out, and they just can't. Dan Burns coming from left back and just centre mid, pick the ball up, and then Kieran, no, it's not Kieran Trippier, it's Sandro. No, it's not. It's Bruno, man. It's Bruno. I normally watch things in 4K, but this is HD. Even HD, I struggle with. And Zorgan was obviously the one who fouled there. Burn. Let's pick the ball up on this left-hand side. Gordon's just done the shimmy and he's been fouled there, referee, however. You beat him there, and that was McAllister, who's having a bit of a tough 5-10 minutes with Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side. And the referee has given Newcastle a free kick on halfway towards the left-hand side. Gordon has the ball now, and it's going to go back to Dan Burn. all the way back to Sven Botman. And Brian says, Valdemar is a great signing. Yes, Brian. Yes. Tell Bayern Munich that. Tell it louder. Shout it at the back. Newcastle are on the attack here, and Anthony Langa has found himself space. It was a fantastic ball. He's looked up. It's a low ball. Oh! Anthony Gordon with the touch. He come across his near man. It was Valdemar who played in Langa on this right-hand side, and then Langa's played across low. Gordon's went for the flick, and it has gone out for a goal kick, which they've taken very quickly. They're not hanging about now, are they? Now that they're 1-0 down. 20 minutes in here in Brussels. Union SG 0. Newcastle 1. Tonali's deflected shot has gone in. Burns lost the ball there. It was poor by Dan Burn, that part. But Botman's picked the ball up. Joe Litton's gone in with a sliding challenge. Newcastle are back on the counter now. Bruno plays it to Valdemar. He's looking for options. Just playing it safe to Trippier. Trippier's got it back off Tonali. Now it's halfway line. Tonali's lost the ball, and that'll be a free kick, is that? Or Kieran Trippier's laughing because he's just went like this. I didn't touch him. And there, I think it was Niang. It was Niang. Niang's went flying out of the ball. Is that a free kick? He's looking for it. Nah, it's not a free kick, man. He's conned. He's absolutely conned the ref there, but it's not in the danger zone. It was halfway, so we'll be all right with that. Niang's picked the ball up on this left-hand side, coming in, tucking in now, just being shoulder barged off Bruno. Nah, you're not getting a free kick for that. You're too weak, man. You got to get up. Malik Chow's played the ball. He's trying to play Anthony Gordon in. Gordon's flicked it, but he's lost possession. That was a difficult ball, mind you, to deal with. But Newcastle are 1-0 up. That was a great ball to Alanga, says Matt. Come on, says Callum. Indeed, Callum. Now it is. This performance has been really good. And at early doors, I would take a scruffy, ugly win just to get Newcastle 3 points. Because it's been a long time since Newcastle won in the Champions League. And this ball's going to go on this left-hand side. And Yang's first timed cross is deflected off Kieran Trippier. That was a little bit of a danger. And Yang's doing this, trying to get the crowd gunning. And that'll be a corner to Union. So the last time we won was against Bayer Leverkusen. If you remember the night where we had no Shearer, we had no Bellamy. Bellamy obviously got suspended, kicking out for the red card. And then Shearer was alleged to elbow, I think it was Cannavaro in the same game. Didn't get a red card that game, but UEFA then banned him. And Amiobi scored a couple in Lualawa. Lualawa had a great game that night. We won 3-1 that night. I think Francha scored for them. And obviously Shearer scored the hat-trick in the home game. Corner comes in. Nick Pope's left that. Tonali's flicked it, and that'll be, again, another corner at the other end. Burgess was obviously claiming for it. The English centre-back, who's been in Brussels for 5 years now, playing lower league football. Corner from the right-hand side. Remember, Union are unbeaten. And now they've been beaten in the Community Shield, but not, well, it's their equivalent. But they're on hot form at the minute. It's going to be the Moroccan to take the corner on the right-hand side. In it comes Dan Burns, got the header. It's going to come to the edge of the box. Alanga's picked it up. Bruno. Shot comes in. Oh. Straight at Nick Pope. Like any slightly 2-3 yards, guns in. Bruno's played the ball out to Anthony Langa on this right side. Bit of space. He crosses first time. It's a looped. And it's a goal kick. It did go out. For one moment, I thought it was still in. But it's gone out. The replay comes in here. So it comes out to the edge of the box. Alanga and then Bruno. And then it's fired. And it's straight at Nick Pope. I'm telling you, it takes a slight deflection as well, actually, off Bruno. 2-3 yards, that hands in because Pope hasn't got time to react to that because it was hit with pace. And there's a stop and play through a head injury. So if you're just joining us, Newcastle United are leading 1-0 through Sandro Tonali's deflected shot on the edge of the box in the 17th minute. It was Rodriguez who's down. Ferdinand! So, sorry, Ferdinand. Do you know when dogs make that noise when they're licking constantly? So, Union got the ball. Do you want to come over? Les? Do you want to come round? Come on. Not on the table. Come on down this way. This, down here. Come on. Oh, yeah, then let's. Oh, there you gone. Star the show. There you gone. Go on there. There you go. Hi, everybody. Now, son. Been asleep, haven't you? Not too close to the camera. Not everybody wants to see you. Well, get on. I'll get them back later for you, everyone. Corner on the right hand side for Union. It's going to be an outswinger once more. In it comes. Alanga's then flicked it on. It's going to come to the edge of the box. It's deflected. Nick Pope has to force a save. This is twice now. This has happened. Newcastle just need to be a bit more switched on with the edge of the box. Bruno Gomes is shouting at the actual dugout. Bruno's having to go at the dugout because that's happened twice, and he's noticed that as well. That needs to change that tactic. In it comes again. The Moroccan on the right-hand side. There's another outswinger. It's headed over. And Bruno's obviously shouting again to the dugout. Again, he's shouting to the dugout. This cannot keep happening because they're having 2 or 3 men on the edge of the box. That shot from Zogane is probably going wide. It is, but Nick Pope doesn't have that. It's coming through a few bodies. So you can't blame Nick Pope anything for that. He didn't But you got just be wary with that. Just be wary with that, everyone. Let us know how you feel about that as well. Drop us a massive like as well. That'd be wonderful. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, Ferdinand is actually on the Premier League official channel. Ferdinand's on the Premier League official channel if you want to see him. He generally is. He's a little star of the show, isn't he, little man? So, Union have picked the ball. This is probably Union's best spell for quite a while, to be honest with you. And the ball will go all the way back to the goalkeeper. We need to stay switched on, says Holly. Totally agree from set pieces. I have to agree. I've just written down Union definitely having a few moments, keeping us honest defensively, says Matt, who's one of our writers. If you didn't know Matt, you write for us on newcastlefanstv.com. If you want to see my article that I've done, because I've done one for a while, I haven't done one for a while. I've done a double match report on the women and the men the other day. newcastlefanstv.com if you want to write for us as well. We're always after volunteers, so pipe up if you want to have a chance to write one off or a regular. There's Matt is now. Matt's a regular. What are we on? Coming up with 27 minutes. Union have got the ball. Where they're going. They're looking for options. It's going to go back to Burgess, the captain. And he's going to go along with his left foot to this left wing, which I think is Nyang. He's took it down well. He's up against Kieran Trippier. Yeah, the offside flag did go because Trippier was just standing there and he was like, why is Trippier just backing off there? Obviously, benefit of replay. See, this is the benefit of seeing a game. You get all these replays because in the stadium, it's literally just once. And if you don't see anything, you come out on video looking like either you're a genius or a right twat, to be honest. Bruno G, 39, will take it. Ferdinand is a good-looking one, if anyone is new. He's a handsome boy. He is Geordie Toon for life. He's a handsome boy. Gordon on this left-hand side cuts in. He's looking for options. He's going to go to Tonali, centre circle. He's going to spray this to Trippier on the right-hand side. A little bit tucked in. It's gone out to the byline. Anthony Langa will come in. Tonali's trying to clip it over for Trippier. Trippier's then side-footed it in. Joe Linton! Oh, just wait. Kind of went in slow motion a little bit. Tonali plays it Trippier, side foot. Joe Linton just about a yard or two wide. He is surrounded. I think the defenders come back through the back of him, to be honest with you. But, that wasn't too... I think the keeper's stranded. If that's 1 yard in, the keeper doesn't save that. Joe Linton's down, obviously, because the defenders clattered him in the back of it when he went up for the header. So he's getting seen to as well. The goal has been changed to be given to Nick. To Nick Valdemar. What game are you watching next tonight, Lee? Probably none, Jake, because we're going live half an hour after. We're going live half an hour. We're doing the last word and scoring the players as one video with George joining me as well. So there's Tonali. And it does hit Valdemar. So are they now giving the goal officially to Nick Valdemar? Because that's what they're debating. Obviously, I'm watching on TNT Sport. So I'm watching on Sky Stream. So I'm not sure. It's probably about a minute behind on Sky Stream. Then actually, football isn't actually live. It never is. Even on Sky Q, it's not. All the Newcastle weren't there. Oh, man. I wish I was there. Cannot lie. Joe Linton's obviously gone. I think it'd be Aries. He's gone for some treatment on the touchline. Obviously, he's he's pointing at what happened before. He's been put through at the back. But yeah, Nick Valdemade, take that, Rummenigge. Says Tito. I love that. Yeah, idiots we are. Idiots, according to Rummenigge. Stupid twat. What he is. Bitter. Right, so Union have got the ball now. Set the circle, half an hour in. This is going to go out to the left and Yang. Trippier should get that. Trippier gets his head to it. Joe Litton spit the ball up. Alanga trying to play it to Bruno, but Union do have the ball back. And Yang will go to their left back. And this is probably going to come back to McAllister. It is. And he's looking for options. Just centre circle, go to Burgess, their centre back. And he's gone left foot now into the 10. Yang is on the outside. This corner cross is going to come in. It's like a corner cross that's come over the right-hand side and the right wing. The Moroccan is that's shite that. Gordon obviously stopped the play, but Union have the ball back to Pua cross again. Bruno's flicked it to Tonali. He's got 3 or 4 people around him. He can't fuck about there, Tonali. You cannot do that, man. The shot comes in and Nick Pope will gather, but Tonali can't. When he's got 2-3 people around him, get rid. Safety first. Newcastle are on the counter. Pope's played at Langa. Langa's going to now play Nick Valdemade, set the circles. Stops, plays it back to Bruno. Bruno will go to Dan Burn. Halfway line now moving forward on this left-hand side. And is picked up by Anthony Alanga. Burns on the overlap, jogging past him. Alanga's just coming back. Sorry, not Alanga. Gordon coming back. Gordon then plays it to Tonali and it'll go back to Sven Bottom just inside the own half. Newcastle having a bit of possession now, because there was a bit of a spell just before where Union, with those chances on the edge of the box, just getting a bit of momentum. And this is good from Newcastle. Just keeping the ball. Tonali to Trippier. Trippier to the byline now. To Anthony Langa. Runs at his man. Beats him. And I think I might just go out and play it. It does, but that's what I want to see more of Langa. He's just beat his man for pace. Let's see more of that. The ball went out to play. Fair enough. Do it again. You know you can beat him. I can see one or two regulars there in the way end. Class. Fair play to you. Absolute fair play to you. Gone out there. Valdemade, surrounded by 2 or 3 people. Still got the ball. He has lost it. Mind you, to have 2 or 3 people run him, to be fair. Trippier has then stopped that, and obviously just in front of Union's dugout. And again, remember, Union, this is not their regular ground, so this will all still feel a bit alienated. I know they've played here before on a away day with Anderlecht once or twice, but it's still not their usual home ground. And as I said right at the beginning, Newcastle had to take advantage of this. Union have got the ball. Rodriguez played it back to McAllister. And this will go back towards the centre-backs. And do get your questions, comments coming in, and we'll read them out. Chow plays it to Bruno, looking for options. This will go at the right-hand side. Anthony, go on, run at him. I want Alanga, running. Use your pace. Now, go. He's going on the outside. He plays it low, and Burgess clears it. Didn't go full throttle there, Alanga. He was kind of like jogging a little bit. I think he was waiting for the defender to put his foot out. So, but Alanga's definitely got the beating of that right side as well. I want to see more of it. Throw into Newcastle. Comes back to Malik Chow, just inside. And it goes Sven Botman, who's literally set a circle. Plays it to Bruno. And I'll play this out wide to Kieran Trippier. He's looking for options. Alanga's now a little bit inside. Trippier goes back to Chow. Chow will go all the way back to Nick Pope. Outside the box, plays it square to Sven Botman. But Bruno just had a little look like that, see what was around him. Picks the ball up, plays it to Valdemade, who's then played it out wide to Kieran Trippier. Trippier plays it Valdemade. Joe Litton now to Dan Burn. Back to Joe Litton. And Tonali's moved. Great little play this by Newcastle. Gordon's now played Trippier. Newcastle now 1-on-1. This is Gordon against Yang. Yang's got a bit of pace. But go. And is that a free kick? With Alanga, the referee says no, he won the ball freely and fairly. But Newcastle then pick the ball up through Trippier's little flick there back to Chow. Joe Linton plays it back out wide to Kieran Trippier, just in front of the dugout. Lofted ball over the top to Anthony Langa. Oh, Langa, why didn't you run after that? Why didn't you chase after that? Were you worried about being offside or something? Now Union are obviously now got the ball, and what are we? Just over 10 minutes before half time. We've got just over 10 minutes just above my heat. What do you think Union going to win? I said Newcastle win 1-0. And I'm still going to stick to that. We are 1-0 up now, which is great. And I'll take a 1-0 win all day to get them 3 points away from Champions League. Didn't care what the opposition is. On paper, you'd probably say this is Newcastle's weakest opposition on paper. But football isn't played on that. It's played on a green pitch. Keep our guns long. And that should be Dan Burns all day. And that'll be a free kick to Union. Joe Litton's fouled. He has. Yeah, it's a free kick. You don't have to roll around about 7 times. And Joe Litton's picked up his custom yellow card. Joe Litton's went like that. It's my first one. Joe Litton doesn't agree with that. I think that's a bit harsh. Obviously, again, not seen the replay. He's rolled around clearly about 8 times. He's done this and went flying hour. Yes, it's late. It's a yellow card. Fair enough. It's a yellow. I can't deny that, but the benefit beauty of a replay. It is, isn't it? Last game they lose and Union winning all the games. Yeah, Union are flying. They are absolutely flying. They have not been... Yes, the Super Cup, they're equivalent. That's the only defeat right at the beginning, but the run beaten in something like 10, 11 games. Run beaten at the minute. Which is class, to be fair. It doesn't matter what division you're in. If Newcastle come away with 3 points, that'll be a very, very good result. No doubt about it, away from home in the Champions League. And obviously, Eddie Howe was talking about just that the flight was pretty quick because to Brussels it is. And our Brussels airport isn't in Brussels, which has made a little bit of coverage on social media. But look at London. 2 or 3 London airports aren't in London. I went to Japan and it was two cities away. Not Japan, South Korea this summer. Incheon is the airport. It's 2 cities away. Oh, classed by Valdemar. Classed by Gordon as well. You need to release it. Valdemar, a little turn. Brilliant. He's still got the ball. Shaking off his defender. Valdemar has now played and Anthony Alanga. First time cross. Oh, great defending by Burgess. And it's hit the back of his hand, his arm, where he was on the floor. But he didn't have much about it. If you're given a penalty for that, that's harsh. It is, but that was great play by Newcastle. Langa with it, and Burgess stopped the block. It hits his hand when he's looking away like that, and it hits his hand behind him. But you can't give a penalty for that. That was a natural position for his hands. You're not giving a penalty for that. I'm fair, aren't I? You can't deny that I'm not fair. Big game PSG, says John David. Yeah. There should be Chow to defend. Nick Pope has picked the ball up. Rodriguez is trying to claim a back pass. It's never a back pass, that one. And I would bring on Barnes for his pace. Would you, Brian? Second half? What time? 60 minutes? 65? Death, taxes, and a yellow card for Joe Litton at least every other game. Yeah, if you're a betting man, which I'm not, put a yellow card on. 100%. How long we've got? 8 minutes to half time now. Union playing a little 1-2 Yang, just a halfway line, just in front of Newcastle's dugout, in front of Tyndall. He's coming in field now. He's now coming towards the centre circle. Newcastle doing the high press. Valdemar is now chasing, so's Alanga. That which makes Burgess go long. And that's being flicked on. Malik Chow should pick this up. It's got a Kieran Trippier. Trippier plays it just in front of him to Bruno Gomes. Oh, lovely. Absolutely class. And he's been fat. That's a yellow card then. That's a yellow. How's that not a yellow? Bruno's beat his man. They're on the counter and he's been fouled behind. How's that not a yellow card? How can he not give that as a yellow card, man? Consistency and inconsistency. Now, Rodriguez, and that's a bit of a wild challenge, and this one will be a yellow card for the wild challenge. Yeah, it has to be, because you can't tackle like that in European football on Tonali. You just can't. Van der Perez trying to claim. He's doing this. He's doing this to Tonali. Yeah, it is. Massive mock. Peace, love, happiness to all. Van der Perez gets his yellow card. Looks a bit like Vitinha, doesn't he? So he's picked up the yellow card. And yeah. How a lad to be class to get one before half-time again, another one. Pagliari, the manager's not happy with it. Hey, look, it was a yellow. That was a yellow. Your players just got away with one just before. So Union have got the ball. This will go out towards the right to Rodriguez, who's just holding the ball up, playing it around. Ferdinand. Rodriguez then bringing forward. He's coming deep because he wants more of the ball. He still has it on this left-hand side. He's got a lot of bodies around him. Bruno's got his foot in there. Alanga's now picked the ball up. He didn't fanny run there. Back to Bruno. Bruno's now played it infield to Joe Litton. Newcastle on the counter-attack here. Joe Litton's gone on the left-hand side at Anthony Gordon. Now he's picked the ball up. Is he going to take his man on? He's up against McAllister. He cuts inside. He plays it Joe Litton. Back to Gordon. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. If that fell back to Gordon there, he's got a chance to have the shot. He had the chance to have the shot there. Fake kick by the midfielder. I don't understand why you've done that anyway. Nyang's picked the ball up just in front of Union's dugout. Back towards the defender, back to the keeper. And I'm guessing the keeper will probably go long here. And he's got, as I mentioned, so many empty seats behind him. Crackers. Absolute crackers how Newcastle weren't given more allocation. Rodriguez. And their goal has been given to Valdemar. It's now coming up on screen that it is Nick Valdemar. I thought, initially when Tonali had that shot, I thought it hit Valdemar, but the angles weren't great. But obviously they've slowed it right down, and it's gone to Nick Valdemar for his third goal in 4 games. We're idiots. We're absolute idiots. Bruno Guimaraes flicks the ball up to that man, Valdemar, inside Newcastle's own half, and he's just played it and clipped it out wide now to Kieran Trippier, who should now start bringing the ball out. It's going to come Anthony Langa up against Nyang. Go on, attack him. Attack him. Attack him. That's it. He's come inside. Referee? Referee? Is that a penalty? It has to be a penalty. I think that's a penalty in Newcastle. I think that's a penalty. Again, what did I say about Langa? Attack him, and he's got a foul. Little step over by Nyang, comes inside, beats him. It's Layson who's come flying in. That's inside the box, and Newcastle United have a penalty kick. Absolute fucking class by Anthony Langa. That's what he needs to do more often. Class, pace, threatens. Kieran Trippier has the ball, and it might be I wonder who's going to... Is it actually going to be Kieran Trippier? Kieran Trippier has the ball. The referee's now gone over to have a word with Langa. Obviously, Langa's on the floor, so with it being a penalty, Gordon's now stepped up. I think it's going to be Anthony Gordon who takes it. If Newcastle can score here with a couple of minutes before half time, you go 2-0 up, and it'll be a fantastic scoreline to go into half time. Howe, 42 minutes on the clock. Come on, Gordon. Come on, Gordon. With his right foot. The referee says to the goalkeeper, you need to stay on your line. Goalkeeper's like this with the hands touching his crossbar. Anthony Gordon. Big sigh. Come on. Howard Gordon. Come on, son. Big puff of the cheeks. Anthony Gordon. Yes! Come on! Get in there! Fucking have it! Newcastle are 2-0 up in the UEFA Champions League, baby! Come on! Fucking yes! Yes, yes, yes! Anthony Langa won that. Fair play, Anthony Langa, for winning that penalty. Gordon steps up. He goes to his right. Goalkeeper Gans the other way. Newcastle United are 2-0 up, and get that fucking scoreline updatedly. Yes, I will. Yes, I fucking will indeed. Let's get that scoreline updated. I need a fucking drink. 2-0 to Newcastle United. I'm fucking loving this. I can't even type now. Can't even type. Look at that, man. Doing this on the fly. Get that back up to there. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Union SG 0. Newcastle United 2. And this looks real comfortable. Touch wood. Touch wood. Touch wood, Lee. Touch wood. Yes. Get in, says Brian. Quality penalty. No saving that one, says Matt. Get in. Michael, get in there. Clear penalty. Very good from Langa using his pace. It was class. It was class, Matt. It was absolute class by Langa. I tell you, running them. Pace, that's what it does. It causes stress. Newcastle 2-0 up, and we can breathe a little bit now with that little bit of cushion now. But let's get into half time. Didn't concede, didn't do anything stupid. Get into half time, 2-0 up, and then we'll go again, second half. Valdemar spins. He's been tackled. He nearly had the chance to play, and Dan Burns then tried to ping one first time without touching the ball. He's give the ball away, pinged off Rodriguez, but it's gone over this right-hand side. Gordon's tracking back, and this is towards the edge of the box. Oh! It was Ian Al-Hajj who had the shot on the edge of the box. Newcastle just didn't do anything stupid, man. Just didn't do anything stupid before half-time. For fuck's sake, get into half-time with a clean sheet. Holly says get in. Wolf saying let's go. Half time coming up for Newcastle United. We've got literally under 20 seconds for half time. I need a drink. Oh, my throat. Goal kick by Nick Pope. Straight to Valdemar. That's poor by Union. Burgess just kicked the ball up in the air. Magalhaes has let the ball go out. Union a little bit all over the place here at the minute. Stoppage time 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Jake says it's been a really good first half for Newcastle so far. I agree. Couple of slight worrying moments for Newcastle, but overall, I think we've been decent. Alanga's now picked the ball up. Plays it back to Kieran Trippier on halfway line down by that right touchline to Tonali. Back to Trippier. Newcastle just need to see into half time now and just be comfortable going 2-0 up. I am going to be taking a break at half time. I'll be back with you after that as well. And Joe Litton's then picked the ball up on this left-hand side. It's gone to Anthony Gordon. And now Alanga's so far. Why is Alanga all the way up there? But he's lost the ball. Rodriguez has picked the ball up for Union just past halfway line. He's up against Joe Litton. Joe Litton's got his foot in, but Alanga's won a free kick. Class. Well done, Alanga. Used your body well there. And Newcastle have a free kick on the edge just inside the own half. So you don't have to go long here. Just go short. There's no need to go long. Dan Burn over this. He's probably going to go back to Botman. He has. Botman to Chow. Geordies have been sung. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Geordies. Oh, fucking hell. I wish I was there, man. Valdemar. No, it's not Gordon. Fucking hell. They look like each other. On the fucking TV today. Burn plays it to Alanga still over on the left hand side. Burn stretched. Bruno's then played it back to Sven Botman to Sandro Tonali to Dan Burn to Sandro Tonali, and we are nearly into 2 minutes now, referee. So yeah, Joe Linton's played it to Malik Chow. Just go long if you have to. Newcastle box in. Referee's at half time. It is. Brilliant first half. Can't deny that. Fantastic first half for Newcastle. What a scoreline that is. Union SG 0. Newcastle United 2. That is an unbelievable first half. And we'll keep that going for the second half. Didn't do anything stupid. Just relax. They've got to chase the game. They leave gaps in behind. You've got Gordon. You've got Alanga on the wings now. Use that. Use it. So there you go, everyone. I'm going to take a break for 15 minutes. I'm going to come back. Join me for the second. Keep this on. Join me for the second half. And I'm going to put the live chat up so everyone can see. But I'll be back in more or less just under 15 minutes, everyone. We'll see you very soon. Yeah, hello everyone. Sorry, I was just having a bit of a rave in the background. Hope it was a diary. So Newcastle United are 2-0 up. Oh, it feels good. It feels very good, doesn't it? So we can't be that far off now to the beginning of the second half. Techno 1212 says John. John, good to see you. Dan Byrne, left back, says American Geordie. Yep. Su Hyang Leung says we really need to get the third goal ASAP. We can't give Union SJ any chance to fight back. Yeah, next goal is very crucial, isn't it? Because it goes either one way, doesn't it? But let's get the timer because the players are starting to come on the pitch and we are ready for the second half. We'll get that timer ready so we can be up to speed. Referee is just looking at his watch. It doesn't look like there's any changes so far. Referee goes. Let's start the timer and we should be underway for the second half. Hello, Jay in Atlanta. Good to see you, my friend. You've been hiding recently, Jay. Where you been hiding? Didn't tell me you've been on some mountain or something mad like that as you normally do. And Union have tried to go long and it's gone straight out for a goal kick, which Nick Pope will get. And if you wondered who the commentators are for TNT, Adam Summerton and Steve Sidwell. Not heard of Adam Summerton, I can't lie. Lee, have you watched the same PF have bought EA Sports? Yes, I've seen that. They bought EA as well. So all the EA Sports and the EA games as well. So if you get anybody who throws at you, oh, you're Saudi funded. Well, hold a minute. If you got any kids that play FIFA out like that or Formula One or anything like that, they're all done by EA, aren't they? Oh, Valdemade. It's class. Valdemade. Brilliant. Oh, and I think it was Bruno trying to play Alanga in. Valdemade picked the ball up. Joe Litton. Alanga, hit this. Hit it. He has. Saved by the keeper. Ping back out. And Bird just plays it out of play. Good start for Newcastle early in the second half. The first minute, Newcastle having a chance. And Garan Warley, great music. Says Jordy Too Polite. To be fair, rave music's not mine. I was just trying to see what was next on the copyright-free playlist, shall we say. Copyright-free. Remember, we are doing a live show about half an hour after full time. Me and Joe are doing, it's 3 videos in one. So we are doing a reaction to the game, sort of like a last word kind of vibe. And then we're going to do scoring the players. And then we are bringing on a couple of fans that have already booked to come on. So they'll come on. So it's going to squeeze it all in since this opportunity arises that I can do live videos. And unfortunately, I'm not in Belgium, as you know. Gordon flicks the ball out to Valdemade on the edge of the box. I think he was trying to play it in. Valdemade. Alanga's free. Why don't you take... Oh, he's offside. I was going to say, why don't you take a touch there, Langa? Oh, Valdemar, that was filthy, says Shree. I totally agree that little turn in that builder play was class. But, yeah, that's not a foul. The referee gave a foul for that. Was it an offside or foul? Obviously, I've got the commentary on really low, so I can't determine what every single decision is. But Bruno has a free kick, centre circle as well. Valdemar, Dan Byrne. Yeah, do keep your comments coming in. If you drop us a like, that helps out massively. As well as the second half is underway. Newcastle on the attack here through Anthony Lang on the left-hand side, tried to pull the ball back, but he's lost possession. Valdemar on the press there. Good to see him doing that. I wonder how long the press will stay as the game goes on. When Newcastle then start to defend a little bit. Union are in here. Oh, that's just wide. It's a fantastic chance for Union there. Like, the ball's clipped over and he's in behind Dan Byrne. Dan Byrne's asleep. And then the shot with his side of his foot just goes past the post. Dan Byrne needs to be switched on for that. The Moroccan's in on goal. In all honesty, he should be hitting the target. It's just gone wide. That was a chance for Kalali. I think it's Kalali, sorry. I'm sure he's got Moroccan descent, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Yeah, that guy's in, that changes the whole dynamics of the game. Matt is back for the second half here. Here we go. Hopefully we get a third to seal this. And then we can start thinking about, we're hoping from what we can get from Benfica and Bilbao home games. Frankie says, good performance so far. How are the lads? Shades of that Miggy goal, just wide. Says Jane Alanta. Alanga on this right-hand side will play it to Trippier. First time cross has been deflected off Niang. Trippier wants a corner, but the referee has given a goal kick. How is Miggy doing, Jay? How is Almiron doing in the MLS? Obviously, you know better than anyone else. Yeah, for Langa, though, for me, he's just got to pull that further left of the goal there when he had that chance, didn't he? Rodriguez, good build-up play there. He's done, I think he's done Chow a couple of times there. That was great play by the centre-forward, wearing the odd number of number 13. Not a usual number strikers go for, but maybe it means something to him. Who knows? We're in 11 now. Union have got the ball just inside their own half. This will go out to the right-hand side. Gordon's not tracking back, so Byrne, you need to come out. Stop backing off. Stop backing off. He still has a ball. He's played it to the left wing, which is Niang. Trippier's then going to go over, and Niang's going to shoot low. Pope, straight at Pope. Newcastle be wary. Newcastle be wary. Shot's going to come from outside the box. It's a flock to Bruno. Another shot, which Pope does fantastically well to stop that ball from pinging back out. That was a good shot on the edge of the box. This is a good spell by Union. Newcastle just wake up. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. Trippier has the ball. Plays it to Valdemar. He'll try and hold the ball up. It's a fantastic play. Look at that. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow. You've just tripped him on the counter. Well done, ref. That was Burgess. How can you can't argue about that, man. He's on the counter. You just took him out. You probably didn't need to do it, to be fair, because he had a couple of other defenders behind Burgess, Christian Burgess. He didn't need to do that. Let his hair grow long. Got the Joe look, hadn't he? Got the Joe look. L'Oreal. Atlanta is shockingly poor, as is Miggy this year. We are a mess, says Jay. So Newcastle haven't lost out then, I take it. Trippier plays it to Nick Valdemade. He's had a fantastic game, it has to be said. Alanga back to Valdemade. Plays it to Bruno inside. Bruno, heavy touch. That'll go out towards the right wing where Langa's battling. And that will be a throw-in to the Union, to the Belgian side. 51 minutes. If you just join us, you see the scoreline above Mahid. Newcastle United are 2-0 up thanks to Sandro Tonali's shot, which was deflected. Little flick, unbelievable flick from Nick Valdemade. And then the second goal where Langa just paced, threatens their defence. He's pulled down and Anthony Gordon steps up and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way to make it 2-0. It's been a fantastic first half performance by Newcastle. Bruno's just down at the minute, just holding his shin. It's probably been clattered there, but TNT are just showing these chances again. Yang straight at Nick Pope. Just keeping themselves strong. But yeah, Union have had a good couple of chances in the last few minutes. And it's a good spell by them. As I say, you were saying in the comments just before, the next goal is absolutely crucial. Joe Litton's just going over the touchline. Eddie Howe's obviously having a conversation with him in terms of tactics and so on like that. So there might be a slight tweak that we'll see. I think Bruno's going to be all right. I think he just had a bit of a whack in the shin. Get a bit of spray on that. We'll see the replay here. Was it Zorgan? No, it wasn't. Yeah, he's just clattered into his leg. It's the Van der Perre who's already been booked. He needs to be careful because he took a bit of a wallop in there on that replay. But he'll be all right. He'll be fine. He'll be all right. If you're just joining us as well, if you don't know about Tino Livramento, he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. So it's not an ACL, thankfully. But it's a shame because he's been a star, hasn't he? At left back at the start of the season. Doesn't look out of place. But it is a chance for the likes of Dan Burn to start left back. Naturally, I don't want him seen there. It's also a chance if Kieran Trippier is going to be first choice for the next 3 weeks. Emil Kraft might get a look in for occasionally for rotation as backup. I've got no problems with that. Kraft's steady Eddie as well. So there'll be an opportunity for 1 or 2 players in the squad to get a little bit more game time with that injury. And this Valdemar kid is brilliant, says Zero Cool. He is. Shout that louder, Munich. Shout it louder at the back. Right, Union are on the account here. Gordon's going to come over and help out. This is going to be playing to Rodriguez, and he's up against Botman, who's pressing there. And it's going to come back in field to Khalil. It's going to go back to Poirier. Union having a bit of the ball here. Newcastle just very deep. Every single Newcastle player inside the own half. Just very deep. In Valdemar is very deep. And that is a ball that's going to be played. It's not asking a lot, but Dan Burns should shield that out, and he has. And that'll be a goal kick to Newcastle. Just to take the sting out of their home side a little bit. Because Newcastle didn't need to do anything stupid. You're 2-0 up. You're away from home. Just do your job professionally. Newcastle will pick up the 3 points. Yeah, they need easily. 6 to 8 weeks is, Matt. Could have been a lot worse, but thinking about October, November, 2 to 3 weeks is an international break. Yeah, good shout, good shout. So really, he's going to miss just 4 weeks of match action. This is the guy Bayern wanted so badly. They wanted back up to Harry Kane, didn't they? But they ended up with Chelsea reject. Bramburn has recovered there. I thought they were going to be in there for a second. Tonali back to Joe Linton, back to Tonali. Don't lose the ball there. Dan Burns played it out wide to Anthony Gordon. Newcastle just need a spell where they keep the ball for a minute or two. That's all they need. Joe Linton's just doing that. He's slowing the game down a little bit. This will go to Kieran Trippier, and this will go out wide now to Anthony Langer, hogging the touchline, just about 10 yards past the halfway line. It'll go back to Trippier, who's now looking for his options. He's coming in field, and that's a poor ball by Trippier. You've got to do better there, Trips. You have to, because that put them on the counter. Malik Chow's come across and slid tackle. That was brilliant recovery there by Chow. And Alanga's lost the ball, but it goes back to Chow, who then plays it. Bruno back to Valdemar the first time, but that's given away, and it'll go back to their goalkeeper. So wonder when substitutions are going to take place, because we're starting to creep into the hour mark. We're 5 minutes away. And who's going to do it? I think Newcastle, Eddie Howe, I've just seen there, he's just called someone over. Dan Burns been done there, but Botman will recover. So Eddie Howe is calling someone over, so it'll be interesting to see who is that. He's speaking to Louis Miley. I've just seen the replay there. He's speaking to Louis Miley there, so it could be Miley that comes on. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Burgess on the ball for Union. This will go towards Poirier, who's in centre midfield, or DePoirier, whatever you want to call him. And this will go back to McAllister, brother of Alexis McAllister, of course. Back to Burgess. Newcastle very deep. The pressing, just a little bit relaxed, a little bit. They don't do too much high pressing. Going to have Forest in mind now, especially get third. Think Forest are at home tomorrow in the Europa. And I hate it when because the game's been pushed back to Sunday. I'll come back to that in a minute. Gordon on this left-hand side is going to attack McAllister. McAllister just went across like that to shoulder barge him, and that'll be a yellow card because it's a deliberate foul. You're doing this to the referee, but you didn't even play the ball. You went straight for him. So, yeah, it's a yellow card. Yes, it's a soft shoulder barge, but you stopped him. Deliberate. You didn't have no type of play for the ball. So that'll be a free kick to Newcastle. Yeah, obviously the game being pushed to Sunday clashes with the women, and I hate it because there's a lot in October which are clashing, which does me tits in because I like to do both. But it is what it is. Can't do much about it. We've got obviously Joe for the home games, and Dave and Lorraine are going to help out for the away ones as well. So it's really nice of them to help out. So Tonali on this free kick on the left-hand side, he's just got a hand of the ball. He's just putting it down. This has got to be whipped in for a bit of pace, bit of height to that back post, because you've got Dan Burn, you've got Chow, Botman, Valdemar is all up for that. Referee's not happy with one of the players. It's Chow, is it? Or is it Burn? I think it's Burn or Chow. Or maybe both of them. Fucking ass. But anyway, Tonali's waiting to take this free kick. Hands on hips. Two-man wall out on this left-hand side. Here we go. In it whips. Keeper straight at the goalkeeper. His deliveries haven't been fantastic, I'm not going to lie, with Tonali. Alanga looking to go back, but he's lost control of the ball there, Alanga. Throw into Union. 58 minutes. 2 balls on the pitch. There's a substitution. Here we go. Substitution. It is Louis Miley. I was right. Miley is coming on for Joe Linton. What do you reckon of that, everyone? He's all right with that? He's happy with that? Joe Linton off. Louis Miley on 58 minutes. And I think, Matt, you were saying that before, might just have something to do with Forest in mind. Newcastle are 2-0 up. The game, in theory, if you don't do anything daft, is there for the win. So Louis Miley is on for Joe Linton. Joe Linton ready for Sunday. I get that. I do get that substitution. Good to see Louis Miley get some minutes, and hopefully, there's no idiot fans online that need having a go at one of our local lads. Do you know how it is? For me personally, and look, I might say that I'm a hypocrite saying this, but because obviously we do game by game basis, but Louis Miley needs at least a couple of years before you start judging him for because he needs that time to grow. and B, a little bit inconsistent at times because he's such a young lad. You've got to remember, he's only 19. That's a free kick, ref. However, that's going to be a yellow. He's got his yellow card. He's just fouled Tonali. He says it's just the one, but it doesn't matter. Booked. Yellow card. You can't argue about that. It was Gaija, I think it was. Yeah, he's been booked yellow card. And that's a foul on Tonali at centre circle. Just past centre circle. Bruno wanted a... Van de Poren needs to be careful. I've seen him clip Bruno there. So that's a clear foul. You can't argue with it. Tonali with the free kick. We'll go back to Botman. Back over to Malik Chow. And Jane Atlanta says, have to make these kind of changes with all these matches. Come on, Miley. Bruno plays it back to Sven Botman. To Bruno. Clips the ball over to this right-hand side to Kieran Trippier. We're not seeing too much of a Langa. He had that chance, a great chance, but I want to see more of him. Because he's definitely got the beating. Gordon flicks the ball over. Just in front of Newcastle's dugout there. Spins. He's got Tonali there. He has gone to Tonali. That's the defender. It's Van der Poel again late. He needs to be very... I can see him getting sent off if he doesn't get hawked off. Langa now. Howe then Gordon. He comes back inside though to Bruno. Bruno to Valdemaro if he's back to goal. Just spinning round. Plays it back to Dan Burn. Really advanced there, Dan Burn. And this is Louis Miley. He'll go out now to Anthony Gordon, who's cut in. His cross comes in. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. Oh! 2 claims of handball from Bruno and Nick Valdemar there. Gordon on the left-hand side whipped it in, started to bounce, and the defence, they didn't know who was clearing it. It was like, well, you have it. You know, you have it. So we'll see the replay back of that as well in a sec. But there should be Nick Pope. It's a poor ball all the way to Nick Pope from Union, sporting all blue kit for Nick Pope. I do have Nick Pope's goalkeeper top, but I have Pope 22 on the back. I lost the receipt, didn't I? The referee's halted play. Oh, there's a VAR check. There is a VAR check for that handball. This could be a potential penalty for Newcastle here. Like, St. Glues is a great side. It's Champions League. It's Sale in the end. So it's a VAR check. The referee's gone over to have a look at it. So if the assistants are telling him to go and have a look at it, obviously it's hit his hand. It's going to be, it hits his hand, but now is the question, is it in natural position? That is now going to be the question. It definitely hit his hand, but is it in an unnatural position? Because he kind of puts his head down a little bit like that, but his arm is a little bit out. I could say this being given. I really can say this being given. Penalty to Newcastle. We have a penalty. Will it be Anthony Gordon once more? Because the referee has given it. Leeson's being penalised. Look, if you're in the opposition, you're probably going to say it's harsh, but it clearly hits his hand. It's just whether the referee's deemed that is unnatural because he kind of like stoops a little bit with his head, hits his hand, and the referee says, well, it's been given as a foul. It's not a foul, it's a handball. Surely, obviously, I've got the commentary on quite low. So there's the cross. It definitely hits his hand, 100%, and then he's cleared it. He has the replay of it. He's pulling Valdemar's shirt as well. So it could be given for 2 things then. But it says on the graphic there it was a foul. So here we go. It's a penalty in Newcastle. Shrey says feels harsh to give the penalty, but I guess that's the letter of the law. Referee's telling the goalkeeper to stay on the line. I thought it was harsh, but I'm not going to complain. And Brian says it's harsh. But if this can be put away by Anthony Gordon, this will be comfortable for Newcastle. Crucial moment, 63 minutes. Anthony Gordon with his right foot. He steps up and he scores! It's 3-0 to the tune. And that is game, set and fucking match for Newcastle United. 3-0 up. Thank you very much. 3 points. I got him back to the Bonnie tune. Love it. 3-0 to Newcastle United. This is looking like a comfortable afternoon. Welcome, Union. Welcome to the Premier League. Welcome, everybody. This is what the Premier League can do to you. So Newcastle gone 3-0 up. I need to get that scoreline updated. I'm going to use the studio mode so you can't see what I'm up to, which is the beauty about it. But I'll get that scoreline updated in the background. And yeah, so great penalty to the right again. Goalkeeper guesses this time, follows the right way, but you cannot put it in. Love that. Absolutely love it. 3-0 to Newcastle United. Love it. Right then, let's get this scoreline updated, Ole, ole, ole. I can't even do it. I'll have to do it live. Oh, well. There we go. This is the beauty about being live, when things didn't go well. But Newcastle United are 3-0 up in the second half in a crucial moment, because that goal for me, whoever scored it, was so crucial. Because if they scored, it's 2-1, it's game on. But now, with 25 minutes to play, Newcastle United are 3-0 up. And for me, that is game, set, and match. Union have got to come out and score 3 goals. That isn't happening. With 25 minutes they're making a double change. Ramoson's going to come on. Peace, love, and happiness to all. Yes, indeed. Elias, you too. You too, mate, my friend. You too. Great penalty. Good approach to mess with the keeper timing. He had barely got off his line. Wolfson, woohoo, come on. Brilliant for us. Let's make it 5 and keep that clean sheet. Easy, Jonathan. Easy. We'll take 3. We'll take 3. Good penalty. Harsh, but sealed with the win now. Yeah, Toonami banging this. Is J all the way in the glorious city of Atlanta. Still, Mercedes-Benz is the best ground I've ever been to, J. Newcastle fans are in full voice. Many of them coming back straight from the coach. Many of them are staying over. Half of them are staying out again. Enjoy the night. And it's going to be a nice moment for Sykes, who's a Newcastle fan who's coming off the bench now, number 26. It's a lovely moment for him. Not in the right circumstance for him, but he's made his dream. He's playing against his boyhood team that he loves, which is a nice moment for him. So on he comes against the team he loves. Doesn't have the Geordie accent. Not wrong with that. But of course, he's a Newcastle fan, I believe, because his parents put it on. So what a moment for him in the Champions League. And of course, the commentary team are now mentioning that you're slow, you're too slow, got there before you. The commentary is on very low, very, very low, the commentary, for obvious reasons. But if you're just joining us, where have you been? Where have you been? Newcastle United are 3-0 up, away in the Champions League. That's never been said before, has it? No, it hasn't, because Bayer Leverkusen was 3-1. So yes, Newcastle United are 3-0 up, away in the Champions League. And I think that's the first time, if I'm not mistaken. What a performance. Yes, a couple of times they've been a little bit dangerous in the start of that second half, they were. But now 3-0, 2 penalties, which of course will be talked about. Of course they will. And of course, the Tonali one right at the beginning of the game, where the shot was deflected in off Valdemara's flick. So Newcastle have got the ball now with Alanga to Trippier, who will just clip this forward to Nick Valdemade. With Newcastle now winning 3-0, obviously we've seen Louis Miley come on. Is it a case that now you're 3-0 up, Eddie, you can then make them safe changes because you just got to see the game out now? So you can bring on, as the cross comes in, I'll just wait as Byrne goes out. Maybe you can bring on Lewis Hall for some minutes. Maybe you can bring Barnes on for Gordon because the game is won, really. So you can make those changes. It makes sense now with Nottingham Forest on the horizon. It's a fantastic away performance by Newcastle United. And it's good to fucking see. It's good to see because we've not had much to shout about so far at the start of the season. Nick Pope plays this short to Malik Chow. And this will go to Kieran Trippier, who's looking for options. He'll just play it down there to Valdemara's hold-up play today, by the way, has been fucking outstanding. His hold-up play has been brilliant. As Union have picked the ball back up. The win is sealed, but Newcastle must keep a clean sheet, says Brian. Matt's going to say, would like to say Asula, another good shout. Yeah, Asula for Valdemare. Makes sense, game's won. 100% Matt. Agree on that. Jane Atlanta, look for them, but to really come forward, need to hold the line and make them pay. Yeah, the press has now gone off. Newcastle are just sitting. Jordies. It's more like a 4-5-1 now rather than 4-3-3 because Gordon and Alanga are very deep. Everyone's inside their own half except from Nick Valdemade, who's just past the halfway line. Newcastle have basically just said, right, that's it. That's us done. Come on, attack us, because we've got pace left and right in behind. Otherwise, Union are going to take a bit of a hiding. 3-0 at home, and that's not technically their home, but it is a home game for them. Yang on this left-hand side. Union have got a bit of space. Chow, you need to come out. You need to come out, Chow. Come out. And the shot goes over the bar, but Chow need to be quicker. That was El Hadj who had that shot. Just pings to the left. And then Yang plays it to El Hadj, but Chow's just backing off and backing off and backing off, which invites the shot. You can't do that. Go to him. He tries to go for the curler, and it's gone over the bar. Nick Pope sees it nicely over the bar. Let's hope they keep the winning in the Premier League this time. Keep winning in the Premier League, says Wolfson. I agree. Now we've won a fantastic performance. Let's build on this. Bit of momentum going into the next one against Forest. Tito's going to say Valdemar is the kind of striker that really suits Bruno and wingers. Yeah, because his hold-up's been fantastic, the neat. And some of his close control's been breathtaking. He's up there for contender for man of the match. Obviously, Gordon will get the headlines with the 2 penalties as well to put them away. Gordon obviously got the second penalty with that cross. Alanga made the penalty for the second goal with his pace. Alanga's been a little bit quiet. Again, I won't be surprised Alanga's taken off. He's been a bit quiet the second half. You can bring on Jacob Murphy again, who'll probably need some minutes with his problem with his Achilles as well. Because obviously he's managing his load. You don't want to overdo that. Tonali free kick to Bruno, back to Tonali, and this will go back to Botman, and then Malik Chow. It'll go to Trippier, and I would imagine this will go back to Chow. It has. Now Newcastle are on the attack for Bruno, and then he's trying to play this on the left-hand side to Gordon. It's not the greatest of balls. Union do have the ball now, and this will go back to their goalkeeper. I need a drink. I need a drink. Smash them likes, Howe. Like. Oh, I needed that. Needed a drink. Nick Pope split the ball up. And again, Nick Pope hasn't really been tested with his feet this week in this game, which is good. Dan Burn plays us back. Are you surprised for anyone who's watching also that Fabian Schär is not getting a look in? Do you reckon he might start the weekend? Because obviously he's on the bench, available. Louis Miley brings the ball up. So Union have had 14 attempts at goal. Oh, if Gordon Nelly played and Valdemar. Union have 14 attempts at goal. Newcastle have had 9, but they've had 4 on target. Newcastle are making a triple change. Will Sula on, Harvey Barnes on, Lewis Hall on. We've just been talking about substitutions, and now they're happening. Makes sense. Makes total sense for the changes to be happening right now, because the game is won, in my opinion. Nick Valdemar is coming off. He applauds the way end. Unreal performance. Class performance. His best game yet for me. Yeah, that's his best game. On comes Willis Sula. Let's hope he gets a goal. Wouldn't put it past him on the counter. Great job. Anthony Langa, again, that makes sense. Being quiet second half. Brilliant first half. And that's Harvey Barnes. Well, it's Lewis Hall, but it'll be Barnes for Alanga. Graham Jones is just having a bit of a giggle on with him at the touchline. Lewis Hall is obviously going to come on. I wonder if Barnes is going to go to the right, or will Gordon move over there? We'll see in a second. Bruno Guimaraes is coming off as well. That makes total sense. Game's won. Rest the big players. So I had a minute then. So if Bruno's off then, who's gone into centre mid? Is it Lewis Hall then? Do you reckon? We'll see when this reshapes. Back 5. Chow looks a bit knackered, says Brian. Chow had to cover for the other man. I think Trips pointed Chow to him. Buffal's on. I know, sure. Does Buffal not play for Southampton? So let's see where everyone's facing then. So Trippier right back. Miley's now on the ball. Tonali. That's a poor ball by Tonali. I think Barnes. Yeah, Harvey Barnes is on the right wing. And I think you might be right. Wing backs, that looks like it, says Schray. I think we've gone 5 at the back just to protect the clean sheet now. Trippier right wing back. And then you've obviously got Malik Chow, Sven Botman, Dan Burn. Now Lewis Hall's now on, so he'll be left wing back. And then in midfield, You've got Tonali and Louis Miley on the left. I think it's Gordon, Asula through the middle, and on the right, Harvey Barnes. That's your Newcastle 11 now. Tonali's down injured, but Union are starting to come forward. He's going to hit one from distance, and it's straight at Nick Pope. That was a difficult one because it was bouncing from Gija again, sporting the number 20. So Tonali's still down, and hopefully this isn't serious because the last thing we need is another injury to Newcastle United. Got it on mute to Lazy commentator. Thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate that. Jay, you know what I'm like. You get very biased opinions from me, don't you? Tonali's just rubbing his leg. I was just going to say a replay of it. Yeah, he's body to body clashing it, which can be a bit nasty when there's muscle to muscle. And then the shot just bounced in front of Nick Pope, but he gathered it well. He's had a couple of them tonight where they've just bounced in front of him, and he's done all right. Graham Jones just talking to Eddie Howe there in his ear. I wonder what's for tea they eat on the way home on the plane, like Graham. Sula, Gordon, just past the centre circles. Now going to play in Lewis Hall. Oh, Lewis Hall, if he played the first time, he could have played Barnes in. But he didn't. He's touched the ball. This will come back to Dan Burn. He'll come inside to Louis Miley, who's then just going to spray it back over to Malik Chow. As you can see on the 75 minutes have now been played. Union SG 0, Newcastle United 3. Drop us a massive like if you're enjoying this running commentary. It's over here to Harvey Barnes. Plays a little 1-2 with Tonali. Barnes plays it low. Gordon's on a hat-trick. Can you imagine if Gordon comes away with a hat-trick, man? Fuck me. Malik Chow will play this all the way back to Nick Pope. In the middle of a goal, Nick Pope to Malik Chow. Malik Chow. Return of Malik. All the singing is coming from that away end above Nick Pope. And now Lewis Hall plays it infield to Anthony Gordon, who seems to be tucked in a little bit now, Anthony Gordon, doesn't he? Because obviously Newcastle playing 5 at the back. He'll have a little bit of freedom to do that. Because Lewis Hall does have the energy to get up and down, whereas Dan Burn probably doesn't as much. With Dan Burn now playing left centre-back. Botman will play it forward to Anthony Gordon. Spins. He's kind of in the more or less, it looks like Gordon's in more of a 10 role, doesn't he? Trippier plays this out right to Harvey Barnes on that right-hand side. He's got Trippier on the outside. If he wants to turn around and look, he doesn't. He'll go back to Malik Chow. Chow will find Trippier, though, over on this right-hand side. Sporting the Bet365 and Just Eat adverts behind him. Great little play by Newcastle here. Trippier's played in Barnes. Little 1-2 with Gordon. Barnes. Oh, great tackle by Sykes. Was it Sykes? It was. The Newcastle fan. That was good play by Newcastle. Could have been almost another one. I thought Barnes might smash that because he's like on the edge of the box where he'll just get, you know what, I'm going to hit this. I thought he might try and rattle one because he's capable of doing it. Calling out Newcastle on the right-hand side. I think it's going to be Trippier who's going to take this one rather than Tonali. Louis Miley's just high-fiving Malik Chow there, having a little bit of a giggle inside the penalty box. Substitution for Union. Patrice is going to come on for Khalili. He's off. On he comes. And Patrice is in our thumbnail. There you go. He's in with thumbnail. 3-0 doing though. Big ask to turn it around now, haven't it? If Newcastle hang on and win 3-0, 3-0 away in the Champions League is just fantastic. Class. Trippier. Left hand goes up. Here we go. Corner from the right. Oh, it was Malik Chow. It didn't really generate any accuracy or any power, to be honest. Kind of like slowly looped and went out of play. Eddie Howe must be feeling the cold a little because he's got a jacket underneath. Right? Not that I would give fashion advice, but he is sporting the jacket. So, we're moving into autumn now for being the 1st of October. The leaves will start gathering at the end of the month. And then the dark nights, the clocks change at the end of October where it gets pitch black. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Horrible. Union have the ball, centre circle, side foot. Where they're going to go? Oh, that's you can tell the lack of ideas. That ball has just gone straight to Nick Pope from Buffal. It is the former Southampton winger, isn't it? I am right. Matt is totally unrelated, but was sorting out some stuff because I had to move my office and found me old power pods from the late 90s, including that Sprayer one. Wow. Bit late for relevancy, but still a good find. Mate, you might be. Are they no money can buy them? Because if you got to sell them, flog them on eBay, you get a ton for that. But like Chow, we're clear. We're in the 79th minute where Newcastle are 3-0 up. If you're just joining us, but there's an edge to the box. Boufal shoots! And it's forced Nick Pope into a good save. Boufal is capable of coming up with a little bit of magic. He's free. No one marking him. And he's had a shot from distance. And Nick Pope saved. And look, he'd be disappointed if Nick Pope didn't save that. So that's a routine save for me. But he still had to save it. Short corner by Union on this left-hand side. Boufal up against Gordon. Gordon's then won the ball back. Gordon, you just need to clear. Didn't do anything silly. Gordon's played at Barnes. Was played the first time now to Asula. Newcastle could be on the counter here. Asula's playing Harvey Barnes. Barnes makes it 4. It's 4-0 to Newcastle United. Barnes will tear you apart again. Barnes will tear you apart again. Class counter-attack. Newcastle have gone 4-0 up. Boufal missed the ball. Great play by Gordon in that right back position. Clips it forward. Then Barnes flicks it to Asula. Asula's running forward, but look at Barnes. Barnes burst in the gut to get forward. Into the box. Side foot. Puts it past the goalkeeper. It's 4-0 to Newcastle United away from home. And I'm missing it. I'm missing it. The one game a season I'm missing. And this happens. 4-0. I think the defender gets a touch on it, but it's going to be Harvey Barnes' goal. And Newcastle United are 4-0 up. Lee, get that scoreline updated. As I tell myself, I will indeed. Where is it? There it is. Absolute class. 4-0 up. Unreal. Incredible. 4-0 away from home. Mint. And hopefully that spurs Barnes in a bit of life now, because when he's on form, you have to play him. Look at that scoreline above my head, man. Union SG 0. Newcastle United 4. Newcastle are winning 4-0 away from home in the Champions League against a side who are unbeaten in over 10 games. Class. Absolute class. Where's this come from? Where's this been? Wait a minute, because they're in and goal down this right-hand side. Holes got across and Trippier's just got to clip it out of play. Yeah, that was dangerous play by Union there. Got in behind Lewis Hall and the ball is played low. And then Trippier's just kicked it out for a corner kick. Didn't want to risk it. Didn't fancy it. Experience. Get it out, and Zorgan will take the corner over on that left-hand side. Getting goal difference, especially important in this Champions League format. Great point, Tito. Brilliant point. Excellent counter. That's fantastic to see. And the corner just goes over Nick Pope. Barnes, good composure from Asula to put the ball through. For 1 second, though, I thought Asula wasn't going to play it back to him. I would have had a right go at him. Barnes, great sub. Pace merchant. Fantastic goal, says Frankie. 2-0 me. Shrey says, oh no, does this mean that League can't go to any more Champions League games? Fabian Shea's going to come on now in the 82nd minute. And buzzing here, what a result, says Jay in Atlanta. Remember, as the substitution takes place, Malik Chow, I think it's Malik Chow. There's a Kieran Trippier. I know it's Kieran Trippier who's coming off. And Fabian Shea is coming on. I would imagine Chow's going to go a right wing back. If I'm not mistaken. I'm just predicting that. And it's unusual to see Fabian Shea substituted on. But he is. He's back from concussion. Good to see him back. And Kieran Trippier's off. He's had a decent game as well, Kieran Trippier. We are doing, remember, scoring the players, match reaction / last word. And we're bringing a couple of fans on. And it'll be about half an hour after this live stream. So do join us for that. There's so much is going to be in that show. So much to get through. So it'll be me and Joe with you on that one. As Newcastle are 4-0. I can't say that. Can't stop saying that. 4-0 up away from home in the Champions League against a side who are unbeaten in over 10 games. Mint. Absolute fucking mint. Gordon. Just goes past 2 players. Gordon up against another one. Sykes. Obviously the Newcastle defender. In it goes by Gordon on the left-hand side. But unfortunately there's no striker on the end of that and it's been picked up by Nyang. Yeah, Malik Chow is now right wing back. That's to be expected. And Fabian Shea goes back to Tonali, back to Shea, just in front of the UEFA Champions League hoarding over there. Chow will play it back to Shea, back to Tonali, Louis Miley. This is a lovely little play by Newcastle. Barnes to Tonali. Oh, if Willis Ulas just stop running. Just stop running. Great to see. Fabian back, says Jonathan as well. Yeah, more numbers, the better. More, not just numbers, great numbers, because Fabian Shea is a fantastic defender. So it's good to see him back as more options as what Eddie Howe wants. Because remember 2 years ago, he had a bunch of under-21s on the bench who really not good enough. Look at them. Most of them have been released off that bench. So 4-0 up, 84 minutes. Man, what a performance by the Toon. Class. Absolute mint. Love it. This will put Newcastle on 3 points after 2 games with a goal difference of +3. So, class. Obviously, we got beat off Barcelona in the first game, as we all remember. It's St. James's Park, but this is a great, great win. Not just a great win, a great performance. Yes, Union had a couple of chances in the start of the second half, but let's be honest, it's been fairly comfortable for Newcastle. And that's Sven Botman there on this right back position. Just bring the ball out. Has that gone out of play? Union are claiming for it. I thought it did mine, but Botman clears. It's gone straight back to Union. It's bouncing a little bit all over the place. On the edge of the box, Boufal. Union looking for options. A little bit short of ideas. They're going to go out wide to Niang on this left-hand side. He's obviously all right-footed. He's going to be trying to use his left. He has. It's too overhit. And that'll be Newcastle throw. And that sums up their night. That really sums up their night, to be honest with you. Back, welcome to reality, Union. You can beat PSV. Because the Eredivisie is probably, just slightly better than the Jupiler League. But when you come up against a Premier League side, welcome. As some shots of their fans look absolutely disappointed. A little bit shell-shocked, probably, to be fair. Dan Burn, of course, now wearing the captain's armband with Bruno off the pitch and Trippier off the pitch. And that'll go to Fabian Shea, who heads it towards Niang, with Harvey Barnes just chasing him down. A little bit of space here for Union in centre midfield. This ball will probably go out the way it has. It's gone to Niang on this left-hand side up against Chow. You're not going to beat Chow for power. That's a no competition. Chow just beats him for power, but has gone out for throw into them. Niang plays it back. Scarves are being waved by Union fans. I like that. That's good support. I like that. It's good support. The neither team's been well beaten, but they're there in support. Yeah, the flags are being waved by Union. Do you know what? Fair play at them. Fair play. Should have done that early on the game, though. But fair play at them. Got to respect that. Lewis Hall picks the ball up now, lost it, but Tonali has on counter. Newcastle could have some numbers up here, you know. Oh, if you just play that in front of Barnes. Barnes on the right-hand side. He's got Tonali on the outside. Go on, hit it. Have a pop. Why not? You can get it. You've got it in your locker, but he'll go to Tonali on this right-hand side. He's looking for options. Malik Chow on the overlap. I don't think I'll ever see that this season. Malik Chow on the overlap. No, it was Louis Miley. Sorry. Fabian Shea's got the ball. Louis Miley. 87 minutes in. 4-0 up. Goals by Harvey Barnes. 2 penalties from Anthony Gordon. And all the way right at the beginning, Tonali's shot deflected off Nick Valdemada's flick. Newcastle 4-0 up. Passes completed, Newcastle 371. Union 262. Distance covered in kilometres, 102 for Newcastle, 97 for Union. So we've ran more. Barcelona playing Paris tonight. That's a tasty game. Obviously, still got to play PSG. So I'm not a big fan of going to Paris. And obviously, we've played Barcelona already, haven't we? This game's won. It's gone a little bit flat, but I can totally understand why. Union now, the game's gone. I think once that penalty was given and went 3-0, that was it. That was because when you 2-0 up, that next goal, you have a 2-1, you're back in at 3-0. It's game over. Heavy touch there, but it's won by Barnes. And it's been given as a free kick the other way. That's surprising. Tonali can't believe that. I can laugh at it new, but I wouldn't have been if we weren't winning there. I don't know how that's been given as a free kick to them. He's fell down and brought Harvey Barnes down with him. That's never a free kick to them. But anyway, buzzing. Drop your comments in as we start to wind down. Remember, we are live again a little bit later. We've got just under a minute, then we're going into stoppage time. Sykes on the ball, a Newcastle fan, plays it out wide, and that's been headed away by Sven Botman. Anthony Gordon's had a good game as well. And I scored the 2 penalties, but he's had a, we haven't said that commentator's curse, he's given the ball away. Tonali's picked the ball up now, and Tonali's been crucial as well, helping Newcastle get on the counter as well. He's really helped her. Switch this right wing. Get your head up. Harvey Barnes. Willa Sula. Sula turns. Look up to Sula. Tries to hit one from distance. But it's found now. Harvey Barnes. Tonali on the inside the box. Plays that way to Malik Chow. Will cross. To a heavy cross. Will go to Lewis Hall. Chester Doon on this left-hand side. Can Newcastle get 5? Barnes. Little 1-2 with Lewis Hall. Low ball. Oh, save. Fantastic save. Brilliant save to deny Tonali. That was nearly a cracking goal. Lewis Hall, little 1-2 with Barnes. Hall plays it back, comes to Tonali, and it's an unbelievable save. It's a class save, you have to say that. That could have been 5-0 to Toon. 4 minutes to be added on. 4 minutes. Great save. Save of the night. He's gone the other way as well, to be fair. Great save, Chuma. Canny bag of Tudor. Tonali with his left hand up in the air. In it comes. And yet the goalkeeper punches. I don't know if it's a header or a punch there. Defender kind of clear. Overhead kick. And this will go all the way now to Newcastle. Probably go back. That's a free kick. Niang again. That was Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes is making a good impact since coming off the bench, mind. Matt's gone out and say brilliant result and performance. Let's hope we take that forward at the Forest game and positivity into the international break. Yeah, it's an unreal performance. It's an unreal performance. Class. Look at that. Tonali still running in the 91st minute, where the rest of the Newcastle players were jogging off the ball. He's bursting the gut. Lungs. Lewis Hall. We'll go all the way back now to Fabian Schär. To Sven Botman. Now Malik Chow just went to the Champions League Hordens. That was a foul ref by Niang again. Let's just play on, I think. Hall. Lewis Hall's been a tad sloppy. I know he was just about to set up Tonali there, but his passing's been a little bit sloppy since coming on. If I'm being ever so critical. Buffal has the ball. He's just gone past Fabian Schär, but this will go out the right-hand side now. It was Patrice on the right-hand side, the substitute. This is good little spell by Union, having a lot of the ball here. Can something come of it? Patrice on this right-hand side. Low ball, flicked up, and that should be Nick Pope's quite easily. It is. Nice and easy for Nick Pope. We'll like that. All this without Visa. Amazing performance. Clap emoji. Clap emoji indeed. I've enjoyed Asula coming off the bench this season so far. A perfect example of a result for the entire squad, says Jay. It's a morale boosting win, isn't it? And I would say it's a statement to win 4-0 away in the Champions League. And now people might say, oh, it's Union. They would get battered in the Premier League most weeks, because they would. They would get battered in the Premier League, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. And 4-0 away in the Champions League is an unreal performance. Look at that Barnes, going past one player. Unlucky there. He nearly played in Willisula, but they just got that as Union start coming forward. Buffal, former Southampton wingers on the ball, number 23. He's trying to cut in, but he runs straight into Lewis Hall, pick the ball up. Louis Miley now, the two lads who don't need registered, Lewis Hall and Louis Miley, because of under the age of 21. And they're coming on the attack. I can see another comment coming in. I'll read that in a moment. I just want to see what this happens with this bit of spell with Patrice on this right-hand side. Union just slowly coming forward, but they've got bodies. Patrice now back out there. Gordon's coming out. Just slow jogging by Newcastle. Lewis Hall. And this will go at the right-hand side. Louis Miley's coming up. Cross comes in with the left foot. Malik Chow, big head away. Gordon helps it on. And Burgess and Union, everyone in their own box. So we count down the first few seconds. Luke Chapman's got to say, got a new Northampton Town away shirt around the collar too tight. Says Luke. Niang, that went out, ref. To corner. Wow. Nick Pope's adamant. So's Sven Botman. It did look good to play. So's Chow. But it is a corner. It'll be the last chance of the game, and the referee will blow. Squirrel sat in front of me, staring at me. 7:30 is a walk time to tune, delay on a walk. Any away win in the Champions League is quality. Buzzing about this and agree subs have been used well in this game. Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of high scores, put it this way, when we do score on the players. Oh, it's a corner. A goal kick. It's been reversed. So I would imagine as Nick Pope kicks this, that'll be full time. That will be full time, everybody. So we will be live at 8:15 by the time this is kicked off. So 8:15 we'll be live once again to chat all things about this game, scoring the players, last word, reaction, and we're having a couple of fans on. So I'll be on it, and so is Joe. There's the two of us. So we'll bring you all of that from 8:15 UK time in half an hour as the referee blows full time. What a performance by Newcastle United. Incredible. Unreal performance. 4-0 away from home. Class. Anthony Gordon, 2 goals, 2 penalties. Alanga obviously won the first penalty. And obviously you can technically say that Gordon won the second penalty with his cross. Valdemada was class as well. His link-up play, his back to play. He got a goal flicked on. Tonali shot right there early on. And then, of course, towards the end of the game, Harvey Barnes placed through great counter-attack goal by Newcastle. And Harvey Barnes scores off the bench. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come for him. And this is an unbelievable 3 points for Newcastle United. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Everyone should be positive on social media. Everyone should be positive in the comments. The rerun of watching this with video later on. If there's anyone negative about this result, you can fuck off because he's aren't Newcastle fans. That was an unbelievable performance. 4-0 away win in the Champions League. The first time that's ever happened in the history of Newcastle United. You can talk about your UEFA Cup wins and Europa League wins, but in the Champions League, 4-0. Class. Brilliant performance. Those players, Union players, have been schooled by the Premier League this evening. Great win. Unbelievable win. Let's read some of your comments out before we start wrapping up. Excellent result. Professional job from the lads today. Thumbs up emoji, says Frankie. Jane Atlanta, tune, army. What a result. As the Newcastle fans, the small amount there, estimated 1,200, but only 600 tickets being given out. Disgrace, if you ask me. 8th place in the Champions League standings currently. Not bad after 2 games. Jonathan, Black and White Hearts. Love that. Toon, Black and White Army. As all the players go over to the Newcastle fans in that corner. A lot of them have the shirts off. They'll enjoy the night. Back on the court in the early hours. Probably about, on the court, well, cars, probably 10 hours. So coach, we'll say 15 hours back for them because the drivers allowed to stop a couple of times. People will be getting flights back the night and tomorrow morning. People will be on the drink the night in Brussels, enjoying the night. Just stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. Make sure you get home to your hotels and everything like that as all the players clap the fans off and the fans clap the players off. I see a few of the regulars in the way end there. Fucking gutted that I wasn't there. I've missed this. Can't believe I've missed this. 4-0 away from home. Eddie Howe with smiles next to Simon Weatherstone there. Brilliant to see. What a win for Newcastle United, man. Drop us a massive like, please, for the win. And Union are getting the fans are clapping them off. Fair play to them because I like that. But yeah, 4-0 Anthony Langa in spirit and smiles there. Can't get out 4-0 away from home, man. Mint. Absolute class. Absolute class. Right. We'll love yous and leave yous for the time being. Come back at 8:15. Me and Joe are going to go all the way through the game. We'll have a little look on social media. We'll see where Newcastle are in the standings. We'll do scoring the players. We'll bring a couple of fans on. It's a very detailed show. So come back at 8:15, everybody. And we'll see us very soon. Very, very soon. What a win for the Tuna. 4-0 away in the Champions League. Absolute class. See you very soon, everyone.